Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have Tetrapleura Tetraptera, or Prekese. I'm sure I'm butchering the name, the African name. Yeah, it's an African fruit, native to large areas of Central and West Africa. Don't even know if it's native to everywhere. If something is useful and has been used and cultivated for thousands of years, you kind of lose track where it exactly comes from. Yeah, this thing is in the Fabaceae family, so it's a bean. Makes a similar hard bean like stuff like Carob or cassia or monkey pot, or there are a lot of other pretty hard Fabaceae trees with pretty hard woody fruits. Some of them are horribly bitter and toxic, and some are nice and tasty and edible. And it seems that this one is one of the latter. 25-meter high tree, which has a diameter of up to 90 centimeters. That's for our friends from the old colonies. That would be what, 90 feet tall and almost 3 feet thick. That's quite a good size for timber, and the timber is moderately valuable, so it is being used. Also, leaves, bark, flowers and fruits are being used for medicinal purposes, and the flowers and fruits are being used for some cosmetics. But the most important use seems to be the edible fruit, which is said it's being used mostly as a spice in Africa. Now, a spice should be smelly. Yeah, it has a smell. A smell of gingerbread, or of some really nice and spicy cookie. How shall I describe it? Yeah, it reminds me of all this cassia and carob and monkey pot things, but it's nicer, it's spicier. Yeah, it's a sweet smell, a sweet dry smell, definitely. Well, it's a sweet dry fruit. Notes of vanilla, cinnamon, curry. Yeah, I can imagine that it's being used mostly as a sweet spice. Yeah, Tetraptera means with 4 wings. Yeah, it has 4 major wings, but between them it has 4 minor wings. So shouldn't it be called Octoptera or something like that? Okay, I'm trying to show you the center while cutting it with one hand. It's not so easy. Success. That's the seed, slightly bumpy and irregular. By the way, I bought this in an Asian shop. It's funny, I haven't seen African shops around here. The Africans usually shop in Asian ethnic shops. Oh, okay, another very interesting thing. Look at that, 2 of those wings. The inside, the flesh has a different color from the 2 other wings, and the center. Usually this dark color in this type of fruits hints to a higher concentration of sugars. Okay, now let's try the different colors separately. Let's first try the light color. This is tough, but it's harder than wood. Bah. Phew, phew, phew. Spicy, but bitter. No sweetness at all. It tastes like some sort of tea, but not one of the really enjoyable ones. It tastes like some sort of medicinal tea. Yeah, spicy and slightly bitter. Now let's see the darker part. It should be sweeter. Oh, yeah. It is sweet. But also astringent. It's more or less like carob. However, I would say the astringency is stronger than in carob. Yeah, the sweetness and the flavor are more or less like carob, but the astringency is stronger. Yeah, eating it out of hand like carob, nah. Already with carob the astringency is not too pleasant, but with this one, it's too much to be enjoyable. Carob is still enjoyable because the astringency is a little bit less, but this one is too much. But I would say, yeah, as a spice, how could you use it as a spice? Throw it in a pot of food and let it cook with the food, and then later maybe let the kids chew on it. It's gonna take up the flavor of the food, I guess, and the astringency will dissipate from the cooking, I hope. However, I would rather grind it into a powder and use it. Yeah, you could use it for like, yeah, for sweet stuff, milkshakes and creams and cookies and cakes. You could also use it for savory stuff. It's nice. It has a spicy, almost savory, but also almost tea-like flavor. It has some sweetness. I guess it has some nutritional value, since it has some sweetness. Yeah. Now I just took out some of the insides without the brown skin. Less astringent. Yeah, so it seems that, at least in this fruit, the sweet stuff is only in those lateral wings, while the two, what would those be, transversal wings, my botany studies were decades ago, and in the center it's just woody, not probably still spicy, enough to be used as a spice. Yeah, very interesting. Well, there is something similar with the cassia, where the sweetness is usually also only on both sides of the septa, but not on the husk itself. Yeah, interesting stuff. I think I still prefer carob. Carob is the most similar, closely related fruit I would compare it to. I prefer carob. Also, carob is slightly cheaper than this thing. It was, I don't know the price. It wasn't crazily expensive, but it was a bit more expensive than carob. And if for a slightly lower price you get a slightly less tart thing, yeah, that's good. But I will keep it, and maybe I'll use it as a spice for something, or maybe I'll give it to somebody. Maybe I give it to Doro. She always has quite interesting. Doro is a woman who is doing edible art, edible pictures, crazy cakes, foraging, cultivation of rare stuff, teaching, and so on. I'm sure she can make something out of this. So folks, tell me if you have ever worked with Prekese. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich ethnic shops in Germany. And of course, if you want to see more such content, it's not enough to just subscribe to my videos, because YouTube kinda doesn't recommend my videos even to subscribers anymore. Better press the little bell icon, then you will be notified every time I upload something.